Hi everyone. I want to show you in this video a continuation of our worldwide death cult society, Upscale death cult. And our death cult is our death cult culture. So that is very all-pervasive and influential on anyone who looks up to the people or looks at people on TV, in movies, in fashion, and just those people who have our attention. If you watch movies, watch TV, look at magazines, and all of that. So here we have Peaches, who is no longer with us, and she's talking about Alexander McQueen, the fashion designer who is no longer with us because he died when he was 40 of suicide or something like that. And all these people are obsessed with skulls and seems like death or self-destruction. And here's a skull right here that they have on the desk in this TV studio. So just watch this for a second and I'll show you some pictures.
I don't think she's been in the business long enough. We're talking about Alexander McQueen, about...
Okay, he says that Peaches Geldof has been in the business long enough, and at the time of this recording, she's only 20 years old, and she's like an expert in fashion.
The tribute wall which is paid to him, his respects in Somerset House, which is going on the whole week.
And obviously this is his shop on Bond Street. But it's sad because it's so abrupt and...
So abrupt. His death was so abrupt, and look at her, is only 25 years old, and when you look at her in this picture, she turned into a really beautiful young woman, even though she had lots of issues because of her family life. But still, everyone does. And all of us are going to die. No one will be here in 100 years. It's going to be all new people. Same thing is going to happen to us. So you can have eternal life right now, but I'm going to let people figure it out for themselves. A lot of people know already. Just be glad. I'm going to pray for people, but it's kind of a waste of time to talk to people, I realize.
I don't know, it's a really awful situation because he was recognized, as one of the last people who was ever forward thinking in fashion. And, fashion, a lot of the time is about, moving ahead in modernism and change, but I think the truth of it is that people in fashion houses are concerned about selling and money and,
Okay, so here's a skull with hearts and everything, and she says he's not concerned with selling or money. I don't think so. Well, anyway, they have all had voids in their lives. So, here are Alexander McQueen's skulls. They're not going away. He has new editions every year, and people just eat them up, they grab them. It's expensive stuff, so it's not exactly for the average person, maybe knockoffs, but look, everybody wears them. To Academy Awards, to the Music Awards, to all these different... There's a huge one. Russell Brand, by the way, is a follower of Aleister Crowley also, supposedly. So it just goes on and on and on. Skulls, skulls, skulls. Pillows. Shoes. Shoes with big skulls. See, if people see someone like this, they go, oh, you have an Alexander McQueen. And people like to impress other people. It's a status thing. He's got skulls on his shirt. Skull shoes. Let's see, there's something different I wanted to show you. If I don't find it soon, I'll move on. But anyway, you can see that it's just endless. Endless, endless, endless. Okay, well, it was about Queen Latifah, who is wearing skull shoes, and they're like, or they have some military boots that combine camouflage with skulls that sort of glorifies war and death and the permanent war that on terrorism that we have now. That, I mean, the world is growing darker, and we know who owns this world, right? It seems to be growing darker, and that is literally in Hong Kong. Global dimming is the worst in Hong Kong than any other place on earth. Well, I can't find the shoes, but okay, well, the designs hardly repeat themselves except on the scarves. But let me show you this. Damien Hirst. Okay, Damien Hirst is also a famous artist. If you don't know him, Damien Hirst, he's one of the highest paid artists in the world, and he shocked people. He's always doing shocking things, and he shocked people by making this skull and covering it with real diamonds. And actually, it's just his idea. He didn't even make it. So in medieval times, they would, in a still life, they would put a skull on a table with flowers and other things to show, it's called vanitas, to show that the mortality of our lives. But Damien Hirst wants to put diamonds on things to maybe give people hope, like a skull means the end, but you make it beautiful with diamonds, and then people might think there's some hope in the afterlife. So he doesn't even make these things. It's manufactured by someone, designed and sculpted by Jack DeRose, and all of the diamonds are put in by someone. He hires people to do it, and so basically he's not even the producer of the skull. It was worth £100 million, something like that, but then he came out with a baby skull. Let me show you the baby skull, which is kind of creepy. And it was in Hong Kong's Gagosian Gallery, and I'm glad I didn't see it. Just don't know if I would like it. Anyway, here's a little about Hirst. 45, wears chunky skull rings, a black jacket, and trainers with orange soles. The UK's richest artist says that he employs 130 people in 7 studios. So it's a business. It's not really art. It's like a business. Here's the baby skull. It really offended a lot of people. You know, people who had lost children or babies. This is what he says. We're all used to seeing skulls. Everybody dies. For me, the skull is not really about death. It's a celebration of life. I don't think it's shocking at all. It's beautiful. It creates wonder. The skull of a child looks like the tectonic plates in the earth, and it's like a microcosm of something big. It's like looking at the earth from space. If you've recently lost a child, you might be thinking about something like that. But that's very personal. I've got 3 children myself. Part of an interview. And anyway, the interview looks pretty good, but I'm not going to read it right now. So he has the baby skulls, and Damien Hirst actually collaborated with Alexander McQueen, because they're both into death and skulls. But you see how they twisted it upside down. Oh, it's beautiful. But some parents found it very disturbing. Okay, so the last thing that I want to show you, and this is just to kind of, oh wait, here. This is from the Daily Mail, the UK Daily Mail, and I just wanted to show you her mother, and maybe Peaches Geldof was grieving. She never got over her mother's death. So, yes, Peaches was really into Aleister Crowley, and she said that her house was haunted and that this hand appeared in this photo. And she said it's from a spirit. Creepy. We need protection from those spirits. And here's her family. Then down here, okay, here's her mother, Bob Geldof, and I think this might be her. This is her mom when she was married to this guy and had a new baby because they divorced. And this is Peaches. But now he's dead, she's dead, and she's dead. This is Tiger Lily. She's still with us and went to live with him and her half-sisters. Here's an interesting picture with a cross of some kind, a medal, maybe from the Queen, because he was knighted. Bob Geldof was knighted, I think, for doing good deeds, like the concerts. Here's her mother, and this is Peaches. Really sad. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Here's her mother, her stepfather, Tiger Lily, the babies. Okay, they're in Milan at a Versace show, and the baby has on a Skull and Bones cap. So maybe it's pirates, you know, maybe it's just pirates and it's, you know, simple meaning. It's not really, they don't mean that it's death. They don't know, in other words. Because why should a baby be wearing Skull and Bones on its head? Isn't that creepy? Anyway, he's dead, she's dead, she's dead. This baby is an orphan now, basically. I don't know. People just don't know. So now I want to show you the last thing. This is a Steve McQueen video. Spring 2010, part 1. I didn't watch part 2, but tell me what you think about this video. This is, well, I only watched it once. I don't know what to think, but it has slithering snakes, and it's in the dark, and this woman is well, she's in a bed with, I don't know, the devil? I don't know. I'll watch it again with you. Now, is this dark or what? And look, it looks like a skull already. Here's the mouth, nose, eyes. This is dark, I would say. You know, it's like out of an Exorcist movie. No, I never saw The Exorcist. I never saw Titanic. I never saw Grease. I never saw these classic movies. But I hate scary movies because they make me dream about them. Isn't this like devil worshipping, like Baphomet? And it's not happy and light and fun, in my opinion. Look, here's like an alien right here, shoulders. And now it's kind of like the Lady Gaga video where the same thing is happening here too, and she gives birth to something creepy. Okay, watch for the reptilians coming. A reptilian fashion show. Okay, notice this, like horns, this is all snake reptilian print, and when she turns her head sideways, she looks like, Stegosaurus or some kind of dinosaur. And what are these things on the side? They're like robot, I don't know what those are. Oh, I get it. So the woman in the beginning, if she was having sex with a snake, the devil. And then here's the result, all this reptilian stuff. And really bizarre shoes. They also did something to their eyes. They lowered their eyebrows, or they have no eyebrows. And I was told once that people who shave their eyebrows are Satan worshippers. Also, the sounds like hell. See little skulls, horn-like things, horns, weird eyebrows straight across. And also the nostrils, trying to make them, and tiny mouths, trying to make them look reptilian. Anyway, there you go. Thank you for watching this video. Sorry to take up so much of your time. It's already over 20 minutes long, but I hope to go camping or something for a long extended period of time one of these days, so I'm going to quit making videos because it just wanting to do something else. This is, detach a bit. So be still, everyone, and know God, and God bless all of you, and may you be visited by the truth. Don't be enticed or seduced by the dark side, the death cult culture. Anyway, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.